The position of viruses in the biological spectrum, Chapter 5, Topic 5.1. In this topic we're going to be talking what specifically viruses are, and we're going to talk briefly about virus classification and naming. At the end of this recorded lecture you should be able to explain what it means when viruses are described as filterable, identify better terms for viruses than alive or dead. Once upon a time, back when scientists and scientist doctors were figuring out the causes of infectious disease, they were able to see little animalcules under microscopes. As time went on, they were able to conclusively determine that some of these little beasties, bacteria and protozoa, cause specific diseases. But for some diseases, such as smallpox and rabies, there are no little beasties to be seen. Louis Pasteur, of pasteurization fame, came up with the term virus, from the Latin for poison, to describe the possible agents of the causes of these diseases. Then, in the 1890s, early researchers found that for some diseases, if you pass fluids from a sick plant or animal through a filter designed to catch bacteria, the fluids would still be infectious or cause disease in a healthy plant or animal. We started using the terms filterable agent or filterable virus. Over time, and with the use of electron microscopes, we've been able to see viruses. They are subcellular, or non-cellular, particles that are obligate into cellular parasites. That means that they are parasites that have to do their parasite thing inside of a cell, rather than being, say, in the intestinal tract of a mammal. Because they are not composed of cells, there's some discussion as to whether or not they are alive. Since the definition of life is currently based on the cell being the smallest unit of life, that excludes viruses. But they can take over a cell and reproduce within it. They adapt over time, and they can be ordered into family, genus, and species, just like cellular organisms. And there is evidence that life as we know it wouldn't have been possible without viruses. Approximately 10% of the human genome is composed of fossil virus DNA, or viruses that have become genetic endosymbiotes. Development of new classes and orders of organisms, such as mammals, are currently being tied to addition of novel genetic material from viruses inserting themselves permanently into the genome. On to virus classification and naming. Originally, viruses were separated as to host, animal, bacteria, fungi, plant, and so on, then by nucleic acid composition, shape, and structural characteristics. Many scientists, researchers, and doctors continue to use this system, and it is the system the textbook uses, so we'll use it too. But there are changes on the horizon. Researchers are reordering the classification systems based on the genetics of the viruses. We'll leave that to the future when they have it all figured out. Now that we've finished this introduction to viruses, you should be able to explain what it means when viruses are described as filterable. We didn't talk about better terms for viruses than alive or dead, but they're in your textbook and I'll leave you to find them there.